What's up, guys? Brian Elwood. Welcome back to the Aligned Coach podcast. I want to talk today about all those programs that you have seen or possibly joined that will tell you that they can get you to $10,000 a month and why those programs are often not a good fit for most people, especially for newer people to the coaching or the education industry. So I personally have spent hundreds of thousands on programs, masterminds, coaches. Since I got into this game, I had a background in real estate. I had, money from purchasing a bunch of properties. And so, I thought throwing a bunch of money at coaching to mingle with people who were really successful was basically going to make me successful and give me all the secrets and all the answers to becoming successful in the online education space. And it didn't really work out that way. And also, it wasn't the fault necessarily of those coaches, those programs, mentors, etc. And I'll explain more about that. But basically, I thought my problem was 10K month, 20K months, and I saw these people making, that or more than that. And that was always what I gravitated towards. And so I was signing up for programs that were marketing and sales programs. That is literally what they were designed for, right? Is to increase your revenue. When you get into one of those programs, yeah, they'll do some quick work just to say, okay, who's your avatar? What's your offer? All right, cool. Let's go now and start marketing and selling. Let's learn this strategy to, DM a bunch of people or run ads. Let's get people on a webinar. Let's get people on phone calls, and let's learn how to sell high ticket programs. That's the model that all those programs teach. And that's because it works. And there's issues with the marketing and sales approach of those programs on their own, specifically just the fact that it's sort of trying to, create this one-size-fits-all technique. A lot of people get into a program like that and they don't actually love being on sales calls all day. They don't love DMing people all day either. I was one of those people. But again, that's really, on you, as it was on me, to get clear on what you want to be doing and then make sure you hire a mentor who teaches that specific strategy for marketing and sales. However, this episode is not so much about, you need to get your marketing and sales in alignment with what you want to be doing. The real reason that those programs don't work for a lot of people comes prior to marketing and sales in the area that I specialize in, which is choosing your niche, right? Defining who you want to serve and defining what the outcome you want to create for them is. And that really is ironically where a lot of people are getting hung up in this business. And that was the same with me. If you know my story, I went into those programs, as a real estate coach, when my heart was kind of elsewhere all along. I was really more into personal development. I was into online business, education, all that. But I was sort of still clinging to the past, like the thing I was successful at and helping people with that thing, although I'd really lost my passion for it. And yet I was paying a bunch of money to go to these coaching programs that were helping me grow that business. And there was multiple problems with that. The main one being that I was not super aligned with what I was doing anymore. And when you join a big program and you're being coached in a group and the coach is going around and giving, 10 minutes to each person, what's your biggest question? It's hard for them to really do a deep dive with you and figure out whether or not you're serving the right person. Are you serving? First of all, can you clearly define who you're serving? And second of all, is it the person that you want to be serving? Is it the person you really feel called to help, the type of person you want to have as clients? Because you're going to spend a bunch of time around your clients. And so being aligned with that. And then the outcome you create for that person, is that something that you both strongly believe in, like you're passionate about it, and whatever that niche is, like it's something you're still interested in learning and growing in yourself, so you still have the fire? And then are you confident in it? Which I think is almost the biggest problem, is a lot of people lack confidence in their program as a coach. And so a lot of these programs you join teach you all this mindset stuff to like visualize outcomes, and it boosts confidence. But to me, it's a bit of a band-aid approach when you could just create an outcome that you don't need to, scream affirmations in the mirror in order to be confident about, because you can actually do it for people. And in many instances, that involves dialing back your promise a bit, or getting more niched down and more specific about what you deliver. The other side of that, or in addition to that, being specific about what you deliver to people is absolutely vital to success in any business. I see so many coaches just getting no's from prospects, and the prospects are, like getting into the weeds about the offer. So how many calls do I get, and how much per hour am I paying you, and do I get this? They've totally lost sight of the transformation. They've lost sight of the outcome. They don't understand what it is you're really going to do for them. And so they're like nickel and diming your offer, or they're looking at it like a commodity, and they're like, well, I could get this other one over here for cheaper. And, that's a big problem. So that whole piece of the business is foundational. Like, you should be able to say, I help this type of person get this specific outcome. And you should also love that person and love the outcome you create for them, and be really confident you can deliver it. And that outcome should also be very specific, like a measurable result, to where if you told somebody what you do one time and someone asked them a week later, what does that guy do? They'd be able to repeat it. They would remember it. You don't want to be that expert that people are like, yeah, he does some online stuff, education stuff. You want to be specific. So I know this has been a bit of a mouthful, right? But I'm sort of going off on a tangent here because, or a rant, because so many people in this industry don't have those fundamental building blocks in place. And they're out trying to drive more traffic. They're hopping on a new platform. They're getting on Clubhouse. They're getting on Instagram. They're, starting a podcast. They're writing a book. That's all a waste of time if you don't have like this clear and concise, like the heart of your business is like you solve a specific problem for a certain person. You have a product developed that solves that problem, then you really don't have any business going out and trying to get more followers or growing more traffic. And so you're wasting your money joining a program that is about marketing and sales. You should look for something that's going to help you define what it is you want to do and how you want to do it. In my Nail Your Niche course, the first thing we actually start with is platform. And by platform, I mean the type of content you're going to create and where you're going to publish it. And that informs a lot of your marketing efforts. If you choose to be a YouTuber or a podcaster or an Instagrammer, that ends up being a big part of your day. Like if you choose Instagram, then you need to be on there replying to comments, replying to messages, doing lives, doing stories, doing Q&As and collabs with other influencers on there that talk to your same avatar. And so knowing how you want to market your business, where it feels fun and exciting to you is another part of this foundational like building block that you've got to get in place. You don't join a program and just say, oh, 10K months, just tell me what to do. Because if you don't like what they tell you to do, if it's not in alignment with you and your personality, you don't feel good about it, you simply won't do it consistently. You might do it for a little while, but you're just going to abandon it and go on to something new. So you've got to go within you and to the best of your ability. It might not be perfect, but you've got to pull out these answers about who you want to serve, what outcome you'd love to create for them that you feel really confident in going out and selling, and then define how you want to go out and market and sell that program that fits with how you want your lifestyle to be, with what you want to do on a daily basis, your personality. These are all fundamental decisions. And for some reason in this industry, people think that they can't do what they want to do. They can't be aligned, they can't be authentic. They've got to copy everyone. And that leads to so much wasted effort and time, because copying other people doesn't work, because you're not them. And you might try what they're doing for a little while, and then you'll just fizzle out because you're like, this is not me. I don't know why I even decided to do this. Ask me how I know. I've fizzled out and started and stopped on so many different platforms, so many different funnels and products and niches. And tried it all. And I realized that looking what other people are doing and copying it just because it makes money is one of the worst things you can do, especially if you don't have those foundational elements in place. So I hope that helps, guys. And if you want some help nailing your niche, if you feel like what he's talking about, what I'm talking about, resonates, and you feel like you're missing these foundational building blocks, then I've got a really fantastic opportunity for you right now to fix this in a much more affordable and quick and concise way than you're ever going to get from some other program that's not even designed to do this in the first place. It's a brand new online course that I've launched called Nail Your Niche. And niche is a broad word, because we nail your avatar. We come up with your specific outcome that you love and feel confident in. We create the product, and we decide on your platform how you're going to grow and nurture your audience along, and where you want to be showing up, what type of content you like creating. Do you like to write? Do you like to do video, audio? So you have the whole vision for the ideal business for you. And you can go out and sell your product with confidence already when you go through this program, but you can also then go join a program to help you with marketing and sales based upon what you decided you wanted to do. If you work with me and you decide you want to grow a podcast, you should probably go join Pat Flynn or John Lee Dumas's, Podcaster's Paradise or Power Up Podcasting. They have programs that are specifically designed to scale that marketing channel. But you'll know, and you won't just be out there with shiny object syndrome trying to make 10K months from any old strategy that somebody's going to give you. Those answers are within you. And if you want help pulling them out, this course is exactly what can do that for you. Best of all is this course is going to be, retailing around $1,000 very soon, but I'm selling a limited amount of spots at half of that for a founding group of members to come in this course. And not only are you going to get a 50% discount, but you're also going to get 2 one-on-one calls with me, plus email support during the time that you're going through the course, to make sure that all your questions get answered, to make sure you don't get hung up. And frankly, those calls are going to help me make the course better, because I'm going to see what questions you're asking, and I'll be able to go in and put training or adjust things in the videos based upon what you're asking. So it's going to be a win-win, and I promise you'll get this outcome that we've discussed in today's episode. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, I don't have a fancy sales page because I'm only selling, like I said, maybe 10 of these maximum. I need you to email me, brian@brianelwood.net. I may just ask a couple quick questions, and then if you feel like you want to move forward, I can send you the link to sign up, and we can get you going right away. So brian@brianelwood.net. I'll put that down in the show notes. Shoot me an email if you want to be one of the founding members. Get the half off, get the one-on-one calls, and stop just like dilly-dallying in this industry and not being sure who you serve or what you do for them, struggling with confidence, and instead trying to grow traffic. You're pointing traffic towards like something that's completely unclear, and it's basically a waste of time. So stop doing that. Email me if you want more info. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you soon. Peace.